You might have never heard of the most impressive and most beneficial home remedy that ever existed. It's not curcumin, it's not magnesium, it's not any other mineral or herb that you can think of. It's actually just simple and plain water. Now, the problem with water is that most of us are not getting enough of it, and this is actually causing us to accelerate health conditions that we shouldn't be seeing in maybe 10, 20, or 30 years. Problems like memory loss, heart disease, cholesterol, arterial plaques everywhere in circulation, and many other health conditions that you haven't even imagined you might be seeing in a couple years or just around the corner because you're not drinking enough water. In today's video, I want to reveal to you what exactly is going to happen if you do not drink enough water every single day. The best home remedy that ever existed. Your body is made up of about 60 to 70% water. And I really want you to think about this because 60 to 70% water is a big deal. This means that if you're not changing the water you have already in your system, if you're not drinking new water to be changed all the time, you're actually having a stagnation problem. You're having intoxication because your kidneys, your liver are not working properly. Every cell, organ, and system depends on water to function. And if you're not drinking enough water, you're actually causing a very serious situation to be formed without even knowing it. And it is a silent health condition. But before I continue, please make sure to subscribe to this channel. I've always been surprised the amount of people that watch my videos but are not yet subscribed. Maybe that pressing of that little button right there with something I say in the future or just now in this video and something you change could change the course of your life or your health to come. So having said that, let's continue. Number 1, your brain does not work properly. This is something that we don't stop to think about, but this is extremely, extremely important. If your brain is not functioning properly because you do not have enough hydration, this means that you might not have enough also oxygenation, nutrient absorption being carried into your brain every single day. This is extremely important, and you have to think about this every single day when you fill that cup of water. You need enough water every day, 8 cups a day, because if you don't, energy will drop, memory will decline, you might have headaches appear, thinking becomes harder and becomes a problem, irritability and fatigue increases, and therefore your brain that has to command everything in your body, your skin, your nails, the growth of every single cell, your thyroid hormones, digestion, everything you can think of is going to start lacking that functioning or that coordination because your brain does not have enough water, liquids, oxygen, nutrients to function properly. This is extremely important. Think about that. Look for something like Neuroflex, Brain, Metathyroid, Applizer, Rejuveon that might help you recuperate and regenerate those nerve cells, and obviously with lots of water that you will be drinking from now on and that you will have benefiting with this great home remedy. Number 2, you will see constipation and the apparition of hemorrhoids. Not many people talk about hemorrhoids, but they are out there, and you will be surprised at the number of people that you know that actually are suffering from this condition that won't tell you. Nobody wants to say that their anus is just being floured because that person has been suffering from lack of water. The reality is that the lack of water will cause constipation. The lack of water will increase inflammation in your colon. The lack of water will decrease circulation in your anus. Obviously, not having a soft stool will also prevent you from having those smooth bowel movements. Stool becomes hard, you strain during bowel movements, veins in the rectum become inflamed, and therefore, boom, you see hemorrhoids. You see pain, bleeding, fissures. Many people will say it's normal, but the reality is that it's not. And you could have prevented all this if you just had enough water. Think about that. Look for something that can help you, like Laxiprune, GI Balance, Colugon. Reduce that inflammation in your colon, improve water and hydration. And you might even see this improve over the long run. Number 3, kidney damage, and the less of this is even kidney stones. Guess what your kidneys work on? They work on blood, and blood has, therefore, water. If you don't have enough water, you will not have enough liquids for your kidneys to function, and you're going to start seeing problems with your kidneys. You're going to start seeing toxins become more concentrated, minerals become crystallized. You're going to see stones on those kidneys. You're going to see infections, kidney damage, or even kidney failure. And when I say this, I'm not exaggerating. I see patients all the time, every single day, by the way, and some of these patients don't even know when I tell them that their kidney damage might be even just because they lack water, because they're not drinking enough water, and their kidneys are having a hard time overheating themselves, trying to function, trying to get that filtration going, even without water. So you need water. You need this to make sure that you're not forming kidney stones, you're not damaging your kidneys, you're reducing toxin concentration in your blood, etc., etc., etc. Look for something that can help you. Water. Water with something like Kidney Matrix, D-Berry, Purify You, or Essence from Fineland at finelandvitamins.com. Number 4, your blood becomes thicker and you see a higher risk of a heart attack. Your blood contains water, and if you're not drinking enough water, well, you are dehydrated. That's the name. You don't have enough hydration, right? Therefore, your blood thickens, circulation slows, the heart has to work harder, and therefore you see a heart that should have lived maybe 80, 90 years, living 50 or 60 because it has to work a lot more with blood that is very heavy and can't circulate the way it should. You start to see that poor circulation, increased strain of the heart, raising that risk for a heart attack and stroke, especially in people with existing risk factors like high blood pressure or other conditions, like, for example, their kidney damage, which I just talked about. And therefore, again, maybe just because they didn't have enough water. Take 8 glasses of water a day. Take them every day. Make sure that you're buying yourself a good volume of maybe, I don't know, a carry-on that you can take every single day and just have the water that you should without missing a drop. Making sure that your heart will stay healthy and making sure that you're having that most important home remedy that you don't even have to look for. It's almost even free. You just have to take it at home or where you go every single day. Number 5, you're going to see clogged arteries, cholesterol, and triglyceride problems. If you don't have enough blood, well, you're going to have concentration of fat, right? Cholesterol, triglycerides, energy sources for the body. Now, I always tell my patient, I tell them, right, if you have cholesterol problems, if you're high in cholesterol, what do you need in order to wash this out? What do you need at home when you're washing the dishes to get all that grease off of the pans or whatever you're using to cook your plates? What do you need? You need soap and you need what? Water. There you go. You don't have enough water, you're going to see clogged arteries, you're going to see high cholesterol, you're going to see high triglycerides, you're going to see that blood flow worsens, you're going to see fat and cholesterol more likely to stick in the artery walls are going to stick, the heart, the brain, the legs are going to suffer, and over the long run, you're going to see strokes, heart attacks, all sorts of conditions that have to do just because that simple effect, that simple thing that you didn't do was drink enough water. Reduce your cholesterol. Drink water every day. Drink the water that you need. Take supplements maybe. Heart Excel, garlic gold, all these are going to help, but you need water in order for these to do so. Number 6, you're going to age fast and you're going to see wrinkles like no other. When they tell you, right, they tell you you have to take this cream, put on some cream, get some hyaluronic acid. Guess what? It's never going to work if you do not have enough water. You need water inside those wrinkles to make sure that these can be filled up. That's why you see wrinkles, because you don't have enough hyaluronic acid with water filling them up. You don't see enough collagen with water filling them up. Again, the same thing. Water, hydration, water, water. And this is the most important home remedy you might want in order to retain your youth and not see that you are accelerating that aging process. Extremely, extremely important. Don't forget to give this a like button. Don't forget to share, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.